Let's hope this works. Hi guys. How are we all doing? Good stuff. Let's give it a few seconds for a few more to jump on and we will get started into our morning workout or whatever time it is you're doing it. See. Bum, 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 bum. Timer. Okay, so you're going to want to have your mat and you're going to want to have a kettlebell or dumbbells, whichever you have at the house as well. We're going to do a mix of weight and cardio and core this morning. And yeah, get some water, open some windows if you can. I can't open any today because it's absolutely bucketing here. But we'll just have to melt into a puddle with the ground. So when you're ready, we'll bring it onto the toes and we'll get warmed up. So, on the toes, nice and light. Bring it up a wee more. Speed it up. Into jacks. Nice and light in the feet. Try and keep the knees soft as you land. Hands go high. Jog it on the spot again. Front and back. Reach out with the hands. Bring it back to a jog. So the heart rate should be up now. And arms forward, big circles. Change direction. Bring the arms out and back, stretch the chest. One more. Diagonal the arms now. Again, you're stretching out that chest. Switch sides. Legs apart. Work the hips. So rotating in one direction. Keep the heels on the floor. Switch sides. Nice deep breath through the nose, out through the mouth. Bring it down into a squat position. Chest tall, bum low. And then push the bum up towards the ceiling. Stretch out the back of those legs. Back again. Bring it back up. Last time. And use the elbows to rotate the hips slightly. Carefully bring it onto your front, into a plank position. Foot comes up to the hand, lower the hips. Do 3 each side. If you want to get a deeper stretch there, put the elbow towards the foot, only if you can. Bring it back to plank, safely down onto your side. Hand goes out, leg is straight, top leg is up. Bring the hand across and back. 6 each side, guys. Make sure and open up that chest as you rotate. Other side. And when you've done your 6 on each side, onto your back, and we're going to do 12 glute bridges. So we're pushing the pelvis up towards the ceiling and down. And you can do it 6 each leg or 12 with both legs on the floor. Squeeze the glute at the top and try and get that pelvis up towards the ceiling. Not your tummy, your pelvis. You're pushing it up through. Squeezing the bum at the top. And that is us. So take your time, finish that off correctly, and we'll get a wee run through of what we're going to do. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I won't have to change any of that at all, actually, that's grand. So we're going to do 2 nice big long rounds. We're going to have, to start with, we're going to do deadlift. Down onto the floor to a dead bug, back up onto your feet for the row. So you're going to need your kettlebell or your dumbbells if you have them. Kettlebell would be best if you have that, but I'll show you how to do it with both. Nice combination then of crunches and squats and all sorts of lovely joyful exercises to get you started this morning. So when you're ready, we're going to start with our deadlift. Now I will work it off this one today. Your weight is on the floor in front of you, kettlebell or weight, whichever it is you have. 2 feet are on either side. You can't see that, sorry, 2 seconds. So 2 feet are on either side of the weight, and you're going to push your bum back as you bend down to lift it. So you're not bending down like this, you're sitting the bum back, squatting into it and lifting it up to here. So then you squeeze at the top, push the bum back again, chest stays tall. Imagine there's a camera on your chest and it's constantly filming me. So you don't want to do this. If you're working off a dumbbell like this, same thing. If you want and you have no weights, go to the floor and do the glute bridge that we did at the very end of the warm-up, okay? When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, pick up the weight carefully and let's get into position. So it's here, soft knees, square hips, sit back, bring it back up. Push the bum back, bring it back up through the legs. So your legs are doing the work here. Your shoulders and arms really, when they're in the position with the kettlebell or the weight, they don't move. They stay stationary. It's only your legs and your back and your glutes that are doing the lift. Keep going. Keep pushing that bum back towards the wall behind you. You're nearly there. And 10. Carefully set that down. Bring it onto the floor. We're going to do our dead bug. So you're on your back. Hands and legs are both in the air. Knee at 90-degree position. Hands are here. And you can either do advanced like this. So this would be the full version where you're flattening everything out without the back arching. Or to start off with, leg goes up towards the ceiling. And then as you get confident with that, you bring the opposite arm out as well. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So as always, decide which one you're going to do. Find your height. And what I mean by that is, when you're lowering your legs, your back will tell you when it's low enough. So if you're coming to here, and this starts to arch, that means that your leg is too low. So bring it back up high again. So if you're only doing here, that's fine. You're still on the same movement. Your core's still working. When you eventually get strong enough that you can go flat, you're still doing the same amount of work, but you're working for your body and what it's able to do. That's a dead bug because the bug can't get up. You're nearly there. 3, 2, 10. Let's bring it back up onto our feet carefully, and we're going to take our weight again now for our single arm row. So we're going to do the right arm first of all. We'll do the left arm first actually. as with the deadlift, you make sure you're careful when you lift the weights up and down. I'm going to have proper weights for next session. It's easier doing my header. So you're putting your right foot beside the weight, okay? Right foot beside the weight, step back, elbow onto knee. Reach for the weight, back to the pocket, down to the foot. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So 1, up, to the toe, to the hip, to the toe. So think about your elbow here. Where's your elbow? Some people bring their elbow out and up. No, your elbow's going back towards your hip and down towards your toe. So again, from the front, if you're doing this, you're not doing anything. You need to bring it back. So you should feel your shoulder blades touching almost or squeezing at the top. And your core should be engaged the whole way through this last 10 seconds. Because as always, if your core is loose, your back is doing the work. So your core needs to be tight to control these movements. And tying carefully, stepping back up, setting down the weight. Keep it on your toes, we're going to a sprint. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Nice and light in the toes. Keep the knees soft. Back is tall. Think about the arms now when you sprint. A lot of people just let their arms go. Or they're doing this. Elbows in, always keep the elbows in. And let the arms move naturally then as you jog. So halfway now. Try and lift the knees a little bit. Bring the pace up a wee bit. And we'll sprint it out now for the last 10. In 3, 2, let's go. Three, 2, 1. Well done. Next move, bring your weight again. We're going into an upright row. Okay, so you've got your weight, barbell, dumbbell, whatever you have here. Can of beans, whatever it is. It's at your chest, elbows are here. You're lowering it down and you're bringing it up here. So whichever way you're holding it, make sure that that your wrist isn't twisted, okay? So your elbows are going up and out as far as shoulder height and back low. When you're ready, 3, 2, let's go. So again, we start here, bring it up to the chest. You don't bring it up in front of your nose, okay? And I also don't want this. That's not what we're doing. You're bringing it up to here, to below your chin. Keep the core tight. Control the same speed up and the same speed down. Check your back here now as well. Is your back really badly arched? Have you got your bum out like that? If you do, snip the stance. Okay? Always check your balance from the ground up. Soft knees, square hips, core tight, shoulders low. Nearly there. You can feel that in the arms, and that's only a wee light weight today. 3, 2, 10. Well done. Down onto the floor for a side crunch. So you're going to start on your left side. And with the side crunch, I want you to pay attention here, especially if you are new to this. There are a few different variations of this, and it's very, very important that you do the one that suits you. So to start with the side crunch, arm is out in front of your nose. Leg is flat, and you're going to bring the top leg up as you bring the shoulder up towards the ceiling. So it looks really small movement, but you're just doing this. 1, up and down. And you'll find that you crunch here. When you're more advanced, it comes up to the side, balancing on the hip, both legs up and down. But you don't push yourself up off this arm, it's only for balance. All the work has been done here. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1. Again, beginners, nice and controlled on the floor. Bring the knee up. Bring the knee up and down a few times. And then as you get more confident with that, you add in a little crunch of the side. And you push yourself up slightly. And that will start to work all along here, and you will feel it really, really quickly, halfway. If you find that this is easy enough and it's not really doing anything for you, double side the legs, and you'll find this on the hips straight away. But you're staying on your side. And you're working those obliques. 3, 2, and 10. Well done. Bringing it back up onto our toes. And we're going to grab our weight again. Now you can do this with or without the weight. We're going with a goblet squat. If you're doing it with the weight, you're simply holding on to your weight here, and you're doing your squat low and up. If you're doing it without the weight, Hands up, I'm going to leave the weight down for this one, just to demonstrate, but you get the gist of it. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. If you have the weight here, hold it at your chest, squat down, stay tall, push up through the legs. If you have the hands free, you're going low, push the hands up towards the ceiling, and that'll help keep the chest tall. So the mistake that people make with the squat is that they go down to here, and the chest is on the floor. Your chest should be here and your back should be tall at all times. So just check your posture now as you're doing these. Is your chest tall? If it's not, you're not squatting correctly. Keep the legs strong, bum goes low and back, chest stays tall. 3, 2, 10, well done. Down onto, or holding on to your weights again, we're going to press, shoulder press. Bum, 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 bum. 3, 2, 1. Nice and simple, holding it here if it's a kettlebell, up and down, or if with me you're using barbells, you're going up and down. Let's go. So keeping the elbows facing forward, the hands are controlled around the bell or the barbells. The arms should be heading off your ears as you push it up. If you're doing with a bar kettlebell, your arms are still heading your ears here. Keep the core really, really tight. Keep the knees soft. If you need to, if you find it heavy, bend the knees and push through. Nearly there. 3, 2, 10. Well done. Nearly there, guys. You're doing great. After that, we're going on to the floor for one of my favorites. Let's do an inchworm. So we're going to just demonstrate it really quickly for those of you who maybe aren't sure what it is. You're starting in a standing position. You're squatting down onto the floor, walking out to here, bringing it back up with the hands. Okay, we'll just do that version of it for today. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walk it back with the hands. Now there are other variations you may have seen before where you go out with the hands and then bring in the legs and then bring the legs back and then bring back the hands. But you know what? Let's just stick to this one today. It's effective enough on its own. Hands are going out and back in. Keep the legs nice and soft. Knees are in control here. Plank position at the front. Nice and slow. Hand control. If you can stay low in a squat, do so. If you need to come back up onto the toes each time, that's fine as well. And 10. Well done. Bum, bum, bum. Back to your kettlebell swing now. So again, you should have kettlebell at home. If you don't, you can go to the floor and do the glute bridge again, or do it without a weight, or hold on to, grab a jar or something, okay? So we start, again, the weight's on the floor, we tip it back, knees are soft, between the legs and up, and we come up as we go, and we push the pelvis forward and squeeze the glutes here at the top. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So again, it's nice small movements to start. Core is tight. Push the bum back towards the wall, and then your pelvis goes towards the other wall. So it really is a thrust movement, and you're squeezing at the top. The bell does not go above your nose. You'll sometimes see people and they're going way up here and swinging it back. No. As far as your nose and low. Keep going, find your own rhythm. If it's heavier, it might take a little bit longer. 3, 2, and 10. Slowly swing the bell back, let it fall gradually, and set it on your floor. Nearly finished. We're going to go now to our feet into jumping jacks. You know the moves. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So with your jack, soft knees. Think the knees are soft. Out, in. And the hands are going up as you go. Again, if you have issues with knees or joint mobility and it's too much, step it out like this, bring it back in, switch sides. So when you get that going in a rhythm, and if you have your hands high, you'll feel it on the arms and you're still getting it here on the core. So it's not that you're taking an easier option, you're doing the option that suits you. Otherwise, go wild. Come on. 3, 2, time. Well done. Last exercise now. We're going down into the floor for fun to our push-up. Now, see there. With a push-up, if you're not able to do it properly, plank instead. Because by planking, again, you're not taking the easier option. If you plank instead of push-up, you are preparing your body for pushing up eventually. It's as good an exercise to strengthen as anything else. So for the push-up, hands are below your shoulders. Knees are on the floor. Unless you're advancing, you can do it off your toes. But most, I would imagine, are knees. Make sure your bum is low. So if you're doing this, no, stop it. Forward to here. So make sure there's a straight line from your floor to your shoulders. Elbows are going back towards the wall behind you. And you push up through the palm of your hands, holding the core really, really tight. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So what happens here is we go low, we push up in one go. If you find that your pelvis is going to the floor and then you're coming up and then pulling the pelvis up, that's where I'm talking about you should just go to plank. So if you're going to plank, you're here, you hold it all tight to keep the pelvis taut. Okay? If you're able to do the push-ups, go with it. Go low, go high. If you find that it becomes difficult halfway through the set now, put your full weight on the floor, watch me. Full weight down, and then push up tight through the tummy. Make sure that stomach comes up at the same time as your chest. Everything leaves the floor at the same time. And the elbows have gone back. 3, 2, 1, and time. Well done. Grab yourselves a drink, a towel, whatever you need. We're going to do that again. It's bad when you have to turn on the lights in the morning in the house, isn't it? It's so dark. So how are we all doing? So I've said it a few times already today. It's not easier. We're not showing you these variations because they're easier. We're showing you variations because they're more suitable. I had a lovely message from one of you during the week saying thank you for showing the variations because there's a few of you training in the house together and that makes me so happy that you're able to do it as a family or as a group and that you're all able to feel that you're doing the right movement for you. It's not a competition. Even if you were in our gym environment where there's other people around you, you're still only training you. You're not training for your woman next door or the fella beside you. It's all about you. So when I show you variations, you're not taking an easier option. You're taking the option that suits your body and your ability. And eventually you'll find yourself able to do the next variation up. Right, let's do that again. We're going to go through it a wee bit faster because I won't need to do as much demonstrating. So grab a drink, catch your breath, and let's get started again. I can open windows now because it's finally stopped raining. Oh, maybe not. Woo. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Okay. Right, so we're starting off again with our deadlift. If you're able to do the deadlift with weight, that's fine. If you want to do the glute bridge on the floor instead, that's fine. It is the same movement anyway, okay? So we're going from that down into our dead bug. When you're ready, pick up that weight, nice and carefully. Let's go. Push it back, straight up, pelvis forward, push it back. So you're coming up here. So from the side, I'm bending the knees, pushing the bum back, and I'm coming back up. And my back stays straight the whole time. At no point do I arch my back or curve my back. I'm not doing any of that. So it's the same as if you're on the floor here. If you watch the position that I'm in here, I'm pushing the pelvis forward, glutes squeezed, and I'm bringing the bum back. So it's the same movement. That's why we tell you to do that instead of the deadlift if you have no weight or if you have a sore back. Okay? 3, 2, time. Well done. Bring it down onto the floor for your dead bug. Again, think now about which one you're going to do. Decide before you start. Don't start flailing around to find which one you want to do. Decide which one you're going to do. And then you progress the next day, okay? 3, 2, 1. Starting position, 90 degrees. Hands up. Let's go. And again, I should have said at the start, but you know anyway, if you are injured, do not do these. You should not be taking part in these classes unless you're in full health. So we're going low if we can, Again, if you find that too difficult, put the heel towards the ceiling. We always work with the heel. We lead with the heel. No pointed toes. Heel towards the ceiling. Then you progress to heel towards the wall. And eventually you'll find that your body allows you to go lower. And this will really work the lower abdomen if you're working it off the advanced version. 3, 2, let's call that time. Bring it back up onto your toes. Back to your weights again. And we're going to row with the right leg this time. Or the right arm. So your weight is on the floor. Left foot goes beside the weight. That wee bit for you. Bum, bum, bum. Step it back. Get yourself in your position. Okay, when you're ready, lift the weight. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we're going back to here. The elbow comes back towards the wall behind you. Chest stays tall. Back is straight. Foot, pocket. To foot, to pocket. Check your core now. If I tickled your tummy, would you feel it, or could you take a punch? And if you can take a punch, your core is in the right position. Well done. Nearly there. Come on. Shoulders back. Squeeze the shoulder blades at the top. Really feel those arms working. 10 seconds to go. Nice deep breaths. 3, 2, and carefully set the weight down before you stand up. Well done. Bringing it now back onto the floor for our sprint. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So again, we're going to go through this quicker this time because I'm not stopping and starting to explain. But as always, if you have any questions after the class, drop them into the comments box and myself or Rami will answer them as soon as possible. You can think about them while you're making your new tea. Let's go. Halfway. Hit the knees up. Last 10. Let's speed it up. Well done. Come on, keep going. 3, 2, 10. Well done. So we're going to pick up our weights again now. We're going back into our upright row. I'm going to go 2 this time. So you're holding here and you're bringing it up, down, up. Keep the shoulders low. Elbows stay the same height as the weight. Breathe out as you come up. Breathe in. Keep the core tight. Keep the back straight. Once again, if you find your back arching, split the stance. We don't like this because if your back is arched, it means that your lower back is doing work that it should not be doing. Keep the elbows up and low, nearly there. 3, 2, 10. Well done. Down onto our other side now for the side crunch. So we were on our left side the last time. You're going to go onto your right side this time. Bring the timer with me so I don't overdo it. On the right hand side, so your right arm is out in front of your face and you're bringing the top leg, which should be your left leg, up and down. Let's go. 1, 2. And again, this is only really for balance. You're not really putting much weight on that arm. The work is all being done on the upper half of your body here. Again, if you're able to do both, go for it. Bring the knees in and up. Breathe out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Well done. Last 10 seconds. Again, one leg is fine. Keep the head and shoulders up. Come forward slightly if you have to. But keep that side crunching. 3, 2, 10. Well done. Bringing it back up onto the floor. Again, you can grab your weight or you can do it without. We're going into our squats. When you're ready. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So you've got your hand on your chest if you've got the weight, or your hands are in front of you if you don't. Squat low, bring it up. Soft knees, bring it up. Keep the back straight and tall. So I've often said to you, keep in mind that maybe you have a camera on your chest. And if when you're doing your squat, the camera is looking at the floor, that's how you know your technique's wrong. So you're looking always in front of you at the wall, and the camera is filming the wall, and can't lose that look or that view. Keep the hands tall, chest tall. Put the hands towards the ceiling, will always help as well. 3, 2, time. Well done. We're going back into our push-up or our press. So grab your weights. And we're doing our shoulder press. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, starting here, going up and down. Elbows forward. If you've got one weight, up and down, just mind the nose. Be careful in this movement now that you don't go back. So a lot of people do this and their arms are back here. No, you'll hurt your back. So this is why I say to let your arms touch your ears, because that means that you're going straight to the ceiling. You're pushing that weight or weights straight towards the ceiling. Back is straight. Again, if you need to, save the back like this. Bring the arms to the ears. Boom. Elbows forward, shoulders straight. Shoulders are also nice and low. 3, 2, time. Well done. We're nearly there, guys. Bum, 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 bum. Keep messing that one, but I'm right. Down onto the floor to our inchworm. When you're ready, I'll go this way for you this time. So again, find which way suits you. Do it off the toes, off the feet, and you'll go down into a plank position, walking your way out to plank, bringing yourself back. You can push yourself up to standing if you wish. Let's go. If you can come back into your squat position, that's great. So do what you can do. Try not to put the hands out too far in the plank. So when you get to where your hands are below your shoulders, that's where you're stopping. Bringing it back. Nearly there, come on. 3, 2, time. Bring it back up onto your toes. We're going to our kettlebell swing. So grab your weight again. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Again, you're picking it up off the floor. You're swinging it nice and gently until you get to your nose height. You're pushing the bum back, squeezing the glutes at the top. Knees are tight, our knees are soft, core is tight. Arms stay low, kettlebell to nose. Push it back. Halfway. Keep the core tight. Breathe. Squeeze the glutes. Always check your posture. You're nearly there, guys, come on. 3, 2, and carefully swing it down. We always let ourselves swing down out of the kettlebell swing. Jumping jacks, we're nearly there. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So jumping jacks, again, whichever variation of these you can do. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the arms high at this one, not this. We're not dancing. It's out and in. Good. You're halfway. Keep them going. Soft knees. Core tight. And time. Well done. And down onto the floor for our push-ups for the last one. So again, think about your technique. If you're going to do the plank instead, get into it from the start. No jumping about throughout these exercises. 3, 2, 1. Hands over the shoulders. Core tight, straight line, elbow, push up. 2, 3. So it's going 1, 2. And you push it up through. If you find that your pelvis starts to dip, you need to go to the floor, push it all up in one go. If that's all too difficult, go here instead. And eventually your arms will find that they become stronger and that they can go down and up much more effectively. Nearly there, keep going. Keep the pelvis all coming at the same time. Don't let it start to dip. Keep the toes on the floor. Last one. Well done. And bring it back. Stretch it here. And bring it up onto your toes. Grab a drink and walk it out for a few minutes just to bring the heart rate down before we do our cool down. So again, you can just be shaking out the arms. Check your shoulders at this point. Often at the end of a workout, your shoulders are up here. Or if you're like me, your shoulders are up here before the workout. So bring them low, keep them low. Do shoulder rolls now as you kind of walk around your kitchen or whatever space you're in, and bring the shoulders low. Bring the heart rate down. Good. Now, when you're ready, lie back down on your mat and we'll stretch it out. So we're on our back. Arms are above our head. Heels are forward. And everything is just putting the full weight into the floor. Feel where it hits the floor. Nice deep breaths. Bring the feet and knees together. Hold on to your knees and bring them in towards your chest. Deep breaths. Roll slightly side to side and allow the floor now to roll out your lower back. A lovely exercise. Holding on now, center to the left knee. Extend the right leg, heel first, always heel first. And hold here, core tight, keep the core engaged. Bringing it back to center, and again, slowly and carefully extend the heel towards the wall in front of you. And keep the core engaged to protect the rest of the body. Bring it back in. Feet and knees back onto the ground. Hands in the air. Let the knees fall to your left side and let your arms fall to the right side. Stretch out the core after all those side crunches. Deeper stretch if you want to lift the top leg. Ooh, up into the glutes. Deep breaths. Bring it back to center. Down to the side again. Careful of this move. And bring it back up again. Put your left ankle onto your right knee. Put the hand through and pull the leg towards you. So you're starting to feel this now down the back of the hip and leg here. Push the heel towards the ceiling now. Aha. And you'll feel that right into your calf and hamstring. So both legs and hips here are getting a good stretch. This should be uncomfortable. It shouldn't be easy. And then down. Switching legs carefully, always carefully in the stretches, guys. Here, oh, legs tight. And then push the heel up. Bring it back down onto the floor. Right, we're going to put it onto your side or onto your front, whichever you can do. And you're going to put knees together, heel towards the bum, pelvis forward, stretch the quad. Carefully release, change sides. If you're on your front doing it, make sure that you're pushing the pelvis down into the floor. And pull the heel towards the glutes. And down. Hands are below the shoulders. And you're just going to carefully and slowly look towards the ceiling. Not a big stretch, just a small stretch. Back out onto your knees. Hands stay where they are. Child's pose. Bring it back up onto a crawling position. I'm going to turn this way just so you can see. And I want you, hands are below the shoulders, knees are below the hips. I want you to put the arm out and you're going to thread it through as if you're reaching for something over on the other side. And you should feel that in the upper back and shoulders. Keep the core tight, bring it back through and center. Arm out, bring it down. Bring it back and center. Put the toes into the floor now, and you're going to push the bum up into the air. Into pike position, push the heels down. And then using the hands, walk up out of that stretch. Arms in big circles again, just like the warm-up. Change direction. Stepping back, big step back, lower down, tilt the pelvis forward and hold the stretch. Core is tight. Carefully step up out. Same on the other side. Back, low, tuck, hold. We're going to bring it back up, look at the arms above the head. Out to the side. Push to the front. And then bring it to the back. Roll the shoulders low and hold it back. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you're all okay. That was a good start to the week for you. And I will see you tomorrow for cardio and core. Any questions, as always, drop them in the box below and we'll talk to you later.